Hi, the camera's all set up and the microphone is ready. Where are you at?
Oh, I just want to take an extra week at the camp out. This morning I woke up on my relaxation station.
You didn't think to at least film it? Come on, there's people waiting for you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. Can you just cover for today? I'm gonna try and spend the rest of the day at the lake, and then I'll drive home, and I'll be there next week.
Are you kidding? I'm gonna have to call the hair person and tell them to get me ready for the day.
Yeah, no, not kidding. And before I hang up, let's do our thing. Ready? Watermelon, sugar.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Well, I guess he's not coming today, so I guess there's only one thing that we can do. I don't know, I think he does. How does he do an intro? What does he do for his intro? Well, we'll just wing it. Good morning, Bedrock kids. I hope that you guys have all recovered from such a really fun weekend at family camp. I loved seeing all you guys at the camp out, playing with you guys, making s'mores, eating expired graham crackers, playing at the lake. And all of you, those of you that actually rode my longboard, did so good at doing it. I was really impressed that I only had to hold you guys like 4 times. I can't wait until we can go back to family camp next year. So in a second, we're going to hop into today's story, but there's actually a new theme this month. You know, the theme changes every month, except for some reason it didn't change from June to July. But there are kind of 2 themes this month. There is creativity, imagining what you could do because you're made in God's image. And not only the creativity of God, but also the creativity of you and of me has no limits. We can literally think of anything. You can draw anything you want. Our creativity, and really God's creativity too, is indescribable, which is the other word that we're learning about this month. Your creator, which is the person that made you, God, has no limits. He can do anything, he can make anything, and he's all powerful. And he made all of us exactly the way that he wanted us to be. So we'll go over the memory verse in a little bit, but first what I wanted to do is roll the intro. Let me break out my epic Floor's Lava voice for this.
In the beginning, before light, before the first heartbeat, breath, before the first wave in the ocean, before the McDonald's 6-piece nugget, there was nothing.
Well, there's nothing except God, that is. But when God was looking at the nothing that surrounded him, he saw a blank canvas waiting to be turned into a piece of art that was beyond any of our imaginations. From absolutely nothing, just darkness, he created the heavens and the earth. There's nothing yet, but God's spirit hovered over the dark emptiness. Then, God called out,
"Let there be light."
The bright light overcame the darkness. Bright rays shimmered and danced. God saw the light was good, so after this he separated it into light and dark. He called the light day and the dark night, and after this God said,
"Let there be a huge space between the waters. Let it separate water from water."
By God's word alone, he changed the waters, leaving a vast open space above called the sky. Evening and morning came to the end. God used his voice again to say,
"Let the water under the sky be gathered into one place. Let ground appear."
Dry land squeezed its way out of the water. He created islands and vast continents, dry deserts, tall mountains. He called the dry ground land and all the waters sea. He had even bigger plans though.
"Let the land produce plants, and let there be trees on the land."
In moments, there were tall grasses, flowers, trees that went all over the land that God had just created. Flowers, grapes, carrots, corn, and so much more. He saw that all of it was good, so now he began the 3rd day.
"Let there be lights in the huge space of the sky. Let them separate the day from the night."
At the sound of God's voice, the blazing sun appeared in the sky. The moon spun out and the stars spread all across the skyline. The sun was the ruler of the day and the moon was the ruler of the night. God saw that it was good, and it was great in fact, but God wasn't done just yet.
"Let the seas be filled with living things. Let birds fly above the earth and across the huge space of the sky."
And bam! The seas, rivers, and ponds that God had just created were full of life. They had dolphins and all types of wildlife. Birds nested, ostriches sat there with their long necks, maybe shoved their head in the ground. God saw they were good, but he continued to do his work, to fill his canvas.
"Let there be livestock and creatures that move along the ground and wild animals."
Animals of every kind then appeared. Elephants
Stomped their way through the forest.
The little squirrels took food of the humans, like they took Zoe's cookie at the camp out. Monkeys scratched their armpits and danced around. Pigs made a mess and rolled around their mud pits. And God saw that it was good, but he had just one more creation in mind.
Let us make human beings so that they are like us. Let them rule over the fish and the birds. Let them rule over all the animals.
With God's own 2 hands, he made the first 2 people ever, Adam and Eve.
I'm me. And you are you.
And this place? It's beyond words.
God actually made the people in his image, unlike the animals. He wanted humans to reflect him.
Have children and fill the earth. Rule over the fish and the birds and every living creature. I am giving you every plant on the earth for food.
God looked over everything he had just created and said that it was good, actually amazing. This finished the 6th day, and then on the 7th day, God took a rest. But since God formed people in his image and wanted them to reflect him, they actually had some of his qualities, like his creativity and his imagination. The possibilities in front of these people are endless. So since it's a new month, we have a new memory verse. So our memory verse is Psalms 145:3, and it says, "Lord, you are great. You are really worthy of praise. No one can completely understand how great you are." I want you guys to take a look outside your windows and look at all the grass and the trees, the houses, maybe your brand new Honda Pilot, and remember that it is all part of God's creation. My question for you today is, how do you think that God made you creative? Share this answer with your parents, and next time you see me, I want to know what you say as well. Did God give you the talent of singing, or of dancing, drawing, making friends, giving nice hugs? What makes you special and creative in your own way? Think about it. Keep thinking. Think about it. Well, keep thinking about it, and I want to know next time I see you guys. But for now, all I need to say is ciao, adios. I'm done. Haha. So I was watching this. By the way, this is me sitting on my computer watching myself. And I realized that I didn't really do good at saying the day numbers. So we're going to do like a really fast recap of what the day numbers are. So in the beginning, of course, God started making everything on his empty canvas. And then on the first day, he said, "Let there be light," and there was light. The second day, he created the sky above the water, a big empty space. Then on the third day, he created dry land to separate land from sea. He also made plants and trees as well, all the flowers and the corn and grapes and stuff that we saw. On the 4th day, he made the sun, moon, and stars. On the 5th day, he made creatures that live in the sea and creatures that fly. And on the 6th day, he created animals that live on land, and then finally, humans. Woohoo! And then on the 7th day, God took a rest, took a nap. 7th day is nap day. That's why I always nap on a Sunday.